Starting tomorrow, the United States will implement reciprocal tariffs on other nations.
On the 2nd of April 2025, President Donald Trump shocked the whole world by announcing this insane amount of tariffs, hitting every country with a minimum of 10%.
Tariffs are going to make us rich as hell.
US President Donald Trump has announced sweeping tariffs on goods imported into the United States from all countries.
Singapore got 10%, Malaysia 24%. 24%, 24%, 24%.
Tariff. They are more than just taxes. They are one of the most powerful tools a nation uses to shape its economy. In Malaysia, tariffs are placed on imported goods to make them more expensive than locally produced items. The purpose is simple: to protect local industries, to encourage Malaysians to buy local, and to generate revenue for national development. As a developing trade-driven nation, Malaysia depends heavily on exports, especially electronics, palm oil, and manufactured goods. Yet, at the same time, we are deeply connected to global trade networks like ASEAN and the CPTPP, where free trade and competition are part of the game. Malaysia's average tariff rate may be around 5 to 6%, but in industry like automotive and textile, tariffs play a crucial role in shielding local businesses and supporting thousands of jobs. While tariffs can raise consumer prices and reduce foreign competition, they also help local industry grow, strengthen domestic production, and create a more resilient economy for the future. In the end, tariffs are not just about economics. They are about protecting the nation's long-term strength, competitiveness, and identity. This is how tariffs shape Malaysia's economic landscape.
Tariffs are taxes placed on imported goods, and in Malaysia, they serve mainly to protect local industries such as small business. When the tariffs are imposed, the price of imported product increases, making a foreign good less competitive. Malaysia applies several types of tariffs, such as ad valorem, specific and compound tariff, with rates that range widely from 0% to 60%, depending on the type of product. For agricultural products, Malaysia uses a system known as the Tariff Rate Quotas, or TRQ. This means that inputs such as milk, eggs, chicken, and cabbage are taxed at a lower rate up to a certain quantity. When imports exceed that quota, a much higher tariff rate is applied. This system helps maintain the supply stability while ensuring that local farmers are not overwhelmed by cheaper foreign imports. One recent example involving Malaysia is the tariff situation with the United States. The US initially imposed a 25% tariff on the Malaysian goods, creating concerns about supply chain, relocation, and competitiveness, especially for high-value exports like electrical machinery and a memory chip. After bilateral discussion, the tariff rate was reduced from 25% to 19%, easing the pressure on the Malaysian exporters. Some industries such as semiconductors and pharmaceutical were fully exempted from this tariff. However, the 19% tariff remained for other Malaysian exports, including the palm oil sector. This exemption allowed certain industries to maintain their pricing and competitiveness, preventing consumers from facing significant price increases.
Firstly, protection of domestic and infant industries. Tariff helps safeguard young and fragile industries by raising the cost of imported alternatives, giving local producers the space they need to grow. In Malaysia, this can be clearly seen in sectors like automotive and electronics. Policies such as the National Automotive Policy, supported through taxes on imported cars, helped domestic production grow from over 500,000 units in 2010 to more than 600,000 units by 2022. This protection encourages investment, research, and innovation, allowing Malaysia to diversify beyond raw commodities like palm oil and move toward higher value-added industries. On top of that, tariffs also provide employment opportunities and job creation. Tariffs also protect and create jobs by ensuring local industry remain competitive. Malaysia's unemployment rate has stayed around 3 to 4% in recent years, partly supported by tariffs in sectors such as textiles and machinery. Manufacturing hubs like Penang and Johor have benefited with more stable employment in labor-intensive industries. According to a World Bank study, moderate tariffs are linked to higher employment as they reduce job losses to cheaper foreign labor. This is especially important for Malaysia, where skilled workers in electronics form a major part of the nation's workforce. Furthermore, tariffs have become an income generation for public expenditure. Tariffs generate billions in revenue every year, funds that help Malaysia invest in healthcare, education, infrastructure, and national development. Government revenue from tariff can reach 10 ringgit to 50 million ringgit annually, representing around 1 to 2% of GDP. This contributes directly to national plans such as the 12 Malaysia Plan, supporting digital transformation and green energy initiative. In a trade-dependent economy, tariffs are easier to collect and help stabilize government finance, especially during economic downturns like the post-COVID period. Moreover, improvement in balance of trade. Tariff can also help improve the trade balance by reducing excessive imports. Malaysia, which relies heavily on imported consumer goods and machinery, has experienced periods where import exceeds exports. By placing tariff on non-essential or luxury imports, the country can encourage domestic production and strengthen local consumption. Historical data from Bank Negara Malaysia shows that targeted tariff in the 1990s contributed to a more balanced trade profile and reduced dependence on foreign supply chain, particularly in sectors like food processing.
Tariff are taxes placed on imported goods. They are meant to protect local industry and generate revenue for the nation, but behind these benefits, tariff also brings several negative impacts on Malaysia's economy, affecting consumers, businesses, and our position in global trade.
When import prices rise, shops will raise their selling prices. For example, a 1 kilogram pack of Milo in Thailand costs around 24 ringgit Malaysia, but Malaysian may pay 30 ringgit Malaysia or more. This reduces consumers' purchasing power, especially for lower income groups like B14.
When imported materials become expensive, local businesses must increase prices to cover higher production costs. As prices rise, people struggle more with daily expenses. Importers avoid bringing foreign products because they are costly. This leads to fewer choices, lower quality, and slower innovation in local industries. Tariff increase production costs for Malaysian manufacturers who rely on imported machinery and technology. This makes it harder for them to compete in international markets.
Tariff or import taxes play a key role in shaping Malaysian economy. Malaysia's average tariff rate is around 5 to 6%, mainly used to protect sectors like agriculture, manufacturing, and automotive. When tariff goes up, local industries benefit. For example, protection for foreign scraps help support Malaysian national automotive sector, which contributes significantly to jobs and GDP. When tariff increase, two major effects appear. First, domestic industries gain protection. For example, higher tariff on foreign scraps have helped Malaysian national automotive brand maintain market share and support thousands of local jobs. The manufacturing sector alone contributes about 24% of Malaysian GDP, showing how important this protection can be. However, tariffs also have downside. Higher import taxes can raise consumer prices, especially for food. Important because Malaysia import over RM7.75 billion worth of food every year. This can reduce purchasing power and increase inflation. Tariff also influence Malaysian trade relationship with export worth more than 1.4 trillion ringgit. Malaysia must balance protection with competitiveness and to avoid trade retaliation. Overall, tariff can strengthen local industry but may increase costs for customers. The challenge is finding the right balance for sustainable economic growth.
In conclusion, tariffs should be used carefully. While they support local industries, they must not burden consumers and businesses. Malaysia needs a balance to remain competitive in global economy.